Hey guys, you know that childhood game I was talking about? Remember from Pikmin Let's Play I was hinting at? Well, this is it. Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. What's up guys, my name is Panzerknight and welcome to my new LP of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. Now this is kind of a childhood game, I played this a bunch. I've 100%ed it quite a few times actually. And we're going to be doing a 100% run of it in this Let's Play as well. And different from Pikmin, there actually has some voice acted cutscenes and voice acting all throughout the game. So whenever people are going to be talking, unless it's repeated or something, I'm going to stay quiet. You kind of understand more of like repeats later. But anyway, in the world of dragons, here we are.
Is this rain ever gonna stop? I've forgotten what the sun looks like. We should go on vacation. Somewhere warm. Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores. Yeah, I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt. How about it, Sparks? You up for a vacation at the beach? Last one there's a Nork!
Meanwhile, in the world of Avalar.
Is it working, Professor?
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto angrier.
Calm down, Hunter, and stop fidgeting.
You saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, teeth like this, and they spit fire like this. Puh, puh. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping Ripto, and you know it.
It's working! It's working! I've got a dragon!
Whoa, rough landing. Hi, which way's the... beach? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that, pussycat?
Well, someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I hate dragons! Gah! Ow! Crush! Kill it! Kill it! Go! You imbecile! You ate my scepter! I'll deal with you later!
Who is that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
Now our adventure begins. So pretty much Ripto is causing terror. Spyro's here and the professor, the girl that is believes named Alora, and the cat named Hunter has dragged Spyro into their mess and hope that the dragon will defeat Ripto and save them. And all Spyro wanted was to go to the beach.
Hi, Spyro! Welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just showed up and started stealing all of our gems. Can you stop them?
So as he said, we are in Glimmer, and pretty much this place is known kind of as a mining area. And as you can see, there are, every time I kill an enemy, there's this white orb on the top right appears, and that shows you how many enemies you've actually killed so far. And that's going to be important for a little bit later, but just kind of know that it is important. And everything I'm collecting right now, these little blue gems that come in various colors, are gems. Basically, they are called gems, and they come in different colors and in different amounts. Red is worth 1, blue is worth 5, yellow is worth 10, there is a green one, there it is, it's worth 2, and there is also a much rarer purple gem that is worth 25. And you can find them in these baskets. You can either charge in them with square or use your fire breath with circle to break them. And you can either walk up to him yourself or your friend Sparks, who is also your health meter in this game, will go off and collect any kind of nearby gems. And also, one thing that's really nice is that if you charge into any sort of container, you automatically get that gem and it automatically follows you without you having to go back to go grab it or to have Sparks go get it. Now, as I said, Sparks is your life meter. He's going to be around you the whole time. He starts off as a very yellow color, but if you get hit, he'll go down to blue, and then if you hit again, he'll go down to green, and then if you hit one more time, he'll disappear. And if you hit again, you lose a life. I believe if you hit the select, you can kind of see you start with 4 lives, and it kind of shows you how many gems you have so far and how many enemies you've defeated so far by the white lights. But anyway, let's go talk to this fairy over here.
Hi, Spyro. I'm a friend of Alora's, and she's asked me to help you out. Whenever you find me, I'll remember your progress like this.
Zap.
That zap means that if you get into trouble, I'll return you to this place. See you around.
So these fairies, and presumably all of them that you see are either named Zoe or it's just Zoe. They are pretty much going to be your save slash autosave system in this game. Anytime you walk by them, they'll automatically save your progress for you at no charge, which is really nice. The interesting thing is, I actually kind of want to point real quick, is the effect. It's the same kind of, like, the little zap thing that she does on Spyro. Same effect that she did on Ripto, but it hurt Ripto. It doesn't hurt Spyro for some reason. So maybe it's like technically different magic. But it's still really nice that you have an autosave system. Let's see. And come over here to this guy who was being chased by one of the enemies.
We gem cutters are a bit too short to climb these ladders. Looks like you are too. After you learn to climb, come back to Glimmer to see me.
So yes, we cannot climb ladders. That's a skill that we get a little bit later, or I guess much later. So there's gonna be some revisiting in some of the areas of the game. But if we go over here and talk to this guy.
You must be the dragon everyone is talking about. Well, dragon or not, I'm afraid there is a small fee to open the bridge. It will cost you 100 of your gems to cross.
And this is why gems are so important. They are your currency for the game, and the only way gems are used for currency is to moneybags, who will do various things for you if you pay them the right amount.
Thank you, Mr. Dragon. Spyro, was it? You can now use the bridge whenever you want, free of charge. I hope we meet again, when you have even more gems.
Because pretty much all the payments to moneybags is a one-time payment, which is really, really nice. You don't have to like constantly come back and pay him gems, because gems are in fact finite.
To get a good look around, hold down the triangle button. Try using triangle to look around this cave.
Also, as early on, Zoe also acts as the tutorial person that kind of lets you, for the most part, lets you kind of know what the controls are. And as you can see, you kind of go into not really a first-person view, more kind of a third-person view, but more zoomed in. You kind of look around some. There's that. Also, these enemies, I believe, the bigger enemies like these, if you charge into them, it won't work. Also, that kind of shows that that's actually you getting hurt. So there are some enemies that you can only defeat in certain ways, either by flame or by charging. And like small enemies like these, you can either charge into them or you use your fire breath. Either one works. Now, I'm gonna avoid talking to that person right now because I'm gonna do something else. Just going back to that kind of the last part of this area. So I'm kind of going around getting gems. And I was saying this first. All these little ladybugs will give you butterflies whenever you kill them. and I believe it's every 10 of these things that you can kill. It can be anything, just kind of depends on where you are. Every 10 you have a special blue butterfly to get a 1-up from that. So the whole purpose of for defeating the enemies is, look at that a minute, this gate. As of right now, it's already powered up, but if it was not powered up, it would show you a number in between the two pyramids that say how many enemies you need to defeat to actually unlock the gate. So it's kind of just, like, we're kind of looking at this gate is so late in the level, but there are some gates that actually are very early on, like sometimes even as early as once you get there. It kind of lets you know, like, what you need to do.
The Superfly power-up is active, and you can restart our gem lamps. Flame all the lamps quickly, and the big gem lamp will light. The power-up will give you enough magic to fly for a short time.
And this is in introduction to quests. There are many, many quests in the game, and they're needed for 100% completion. Walk through pyramids for Superfly power, light gem lamps with flames, and light all lamps quickly. And pretty much it gives you everything that you need to know in green. And then also labels your difficulty as somewhere between 1 and 5. And it's just whole stars. It's not going to be like 1.5, 2.5, stuff like that. It's just certain ones. And 1, 2, 3, 4. But as he mentioned, if we walk through the gate, we begin to fly. And we kind of hit the X button. Oops, I missed. Hit the X button to flap around. You can still use your fire breath while you're flying. But this is something that Spyro can't do normally. He can't actually fly for a long duration on his own. He mainly only glide, which I'll show off in a moment. Once I kind of get this through. And there we go. First quest is done.
Thanks for helping me light the lamp, Spyro. A fairy gave me this orb, but I like gems better. You take it instead.
And for our reward for completing quests, we get orbs. These kind of have more of an importance kind of later. They're not really explained about too much. You may have seen a couple of orbs early on before Spyro actually came into Glimmer. So that kind of hints at like what they're used for. We talk to this guy.
These little lizards have eaten my entire crop of gems. I've tried hitting them with rocks, but they're too fast for me. You can try using one of my rocks. If you have any questions, just ask me.
This is our next quest. Hit little lizards with rocks, and Bonzo will also give you hints if you talk to him. He'll kind of just tell you how you're able to like shoot and everything. However, it's not that hard. You pretty much hit the triangle button to zoom in, and you use the circle button to shoot a rock out.
Nice shooting! Follow me to the next lizard.
And you have to be kind of careful whenever you're shooting because there is a small curve on it sometimes. Like, so the farther away you are, you kind of have to, you kind of prepare for it and maybe aim a little bit higher. And all I'm trying to do is, there we go. Grab this. And as you kind of see, if you hit X to jump, and you hit X again, you kind of start gliding. But when you're gliding, if you hit triangle, you can kind of get a little extra height in the air, and you also kind of stop a little bit more. But you pretty much lose all forward momentum, or almost all forward momentum, I should say. Did I forget the gem over here? Okay, camera not working with me right now. All right, okay, that's good. I'm trying to get like most of these areas you can't do in one try, so I'm just pretty much trying to do as much as I can.
Spit pretty far, Spyro. See if you can spit all the way to that lizard.
This one's kind of far away, so you probably could have gotten through that first lizard without aiming. There you go. However, that one might be a little bit more difficult to do without aiming. So I'm just gonna jump over here, and I'm actually going to grab these gems for hit any more lizards. So really, I feel like you should always be able, or you should be able, I guess, you should always approach any kind of NPCs and talk to them because they might have useful information or quests for you to do. There he is. Also, as like I jumped down from there, even though I could clearly jump over and hit that lizard up there.
To hit that lizard up high, you'll have to aim. Press and hold the triangle button to aim, then press circle to spit.
As I was saying, if you try to approach any of the lizards from like just kind of nearby them, you will most likely not be able to hit them because if you get close to them, they will go under a hole, which you can kind of say, I guess, with the passable ones. However, I don't recommend trying to get close to them because it's more of a waste of time than anything. But I believe for the second one, you probably could, if you're fast enough, fly over and hit him with a flame or something if it was far enough away. But I honestly don't recommend doing it because it's just more hassle than it's worth. You know, a little bit higher in the head. I'll do it right here. Yeah, right in the head. Not bad. Also, if you're thinking about trying to fly in here with a power gate, don't try it. I've tried it many times before, and the moment you get into the cave area, it immediately cuts off. So it prevents you from actually taking the fly power in before you're able to learn how to climb. It's kind of a nice thing though. It kind of forces you to actually get the skill instead of cheaping it out. This one's a little more difficult because it's moving around sometimes. These last two move around some, however they still will stop and taunt you. So it's not that big of a deal. I need to go up here. Okay then. What's up? Let's see, where is he? He's over here somewhere. Oh, that's probably the hardest one because sometimes he can kind of get a little bit more after you. I remember before I did this, it took me forever.
You saved my crop of gems from the lizards. Here, take this orb. Some girl with wings dropped it here yesterday.
Also, I love how both this Gopher and the last one were talking about gem crops. It's kind of funny that gems are really finite. They really are. There's a set number of gems you can find in each area. And I believe if you hit start up the guidebook, you can kind of see more detail about the area, kind of the name of it, how many gems you have left, how many enemies have left to kill in total, and how many orbs you actually have in each area. Each area has about 3 orbs. There are some, I believe there are 2. I don't think any go above 3. So I'm actually going to head back through here. And I can't get up here by gliding, unfortunately. Even at the highest point of the bridge, I can't get there. So from what we can really accomplish right now, this is kind of the end of Glimmer.
Spyro, thanks for helping us fight off the lizards. Please take this talisman of Glimmer as a sign of our gratitude.
And every time you complete an area, in other words, going from the beginning to the end, you will get a talisman that kind of represents each area.
This magic portal next to me will take you to Summer Forest, one of the homeworlds of Avalar.
And once you complete an area, as he mentions, a magic portal actually appears and takes you back to the hub world. Because this is not actually the hub world. This is just one of many smaller worlds. But anyway, I'm actually going to go outside. Oops. I was trying to glide in there, but it didn't work. In Summer Forest. ... You can see Ripto crush, literally gulp or something. I don't remember what to call them. Take over the castle.
No.
Kick Moneybags out, and I'll take over.
Oh, hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Alora.
Hi, I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gem cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
There are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
I, got a little lost.
Spyro's going to help us collect the talismans.
I am?
He is?
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talisman? If you come across any orbs, they're important too, but I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
And now we enter one of 4 hub worlds, Summer Forest. And also in between, it doesn't do it for the first time you go from Glimmer to the hub world. However, it autosaves and it kind of, well, actually I'll kind of explain it later when actually you can show it. I'm going to kind of get a couple of gems around here. Pretty much most gems laying around are not going to be really high unless they're kind of out of the way. But you see here, as opposed to the ladybugs in Glimmer, sheep take their place in between. So it's kind of just the native, I guess, fauna, I think, of this game. So you see there's that jar with blue butterfly and you get a life. You can get them, you pretty much get lives from jars that hold blue butterflies, but I don't really know if they respawn or not. But they're also very useful. I would recommend kind of getting the lives from the jars as you go. But at the same time, I would really not recommend. Oh, there it is. Is that actually 10? I think that was 10. Maybe it was 10. And whatever. But as I was saying, I wouldn't really recommend, unless you absolutely need lives, don't grind up on lives. And also you can kind of see there's gems down there, and a couple of vases, and also kind of a little like dip in the water. We can actually go underwater. We can swim naturally on the surface, but we can't actually dive underwater yet. However, I think with all that done, before heading up to Elora, I think we'd end the episode off here. We've started Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage, we've gone through Glimmer, and we did all we could with Glimmer, I guess. And next time, we'll be heading off and exploring more of Summer Forest, and kind of seeing what lies beyond this gate. Oops. This gate. So until next time, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time.